Yo!
You got a huge hole in your armpit.
Oh shit. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the4review.com. My name's Slav.
I'm Brad.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Steve.
And today we review Devil May
Cry.
Yeah,
Laugh because
You will
this game
be crying.
sucked. What?
Alright, let's just start. Let's just give the basics to people.
Okay.
Gameplay.
So, what? Well, I was gonna
Story.
say, let's talk about the game. It is the rebooting and relaunching of the original franchise Devil May Cry, which I was a huge fan of. I loved it. It was a pretty good series.
Never played
it. Yeah, they just pretty much took a lot of the same stuff, changed a few kind of a lot of things, and tried to make it their own. Who took over the game company? I can't remember.
It was Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory took
Made,
over for
Ninja Scroll and stuff like that.
took over
Who the hell's Ninja
for
Theory?
they took over for Capcom.
Hey.
Well, Capcom still produced it though. Did they?
Yeah,
Maybe one
they
of
dished
those
the
guys
money
did.
out.
They dished the money out, but they just...
Okay. Alright.
Okay, well let's talk with story then of this game. How did you guys think the story, presentation of the story, the whole entire,
The presentation wasn't bad, but I didn't like the direction they went with it because it was a total change up, and I was expecting just a reboot where it was, new graphics and stuff, and they didn't do that. They just totally changed it. It kind of pissed me off.
I wasn't a fan. I mean, it's just a standard story, standard delivery.
Yeah.
It wasn't epic.
It wasn't anything.
It wasn't like, oh my god, I want to play
Yeah.
Last of Us.
I mean,
Is this the Last of
I gotta
Us?
see how it ends. I mean, the story was mediocre.
story was crap. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't enjoy the story at all. That's not the reason why I kept playing it. But gameplay. How does the game? What do you guys think about the game mechanics? How does the game overall feel?
Overall,
So
I'm gonna have to say it's pretty fluent. Like at least fighting wise, it is really, really fun. What we did is we sat there for a couple of missions, and it was just total competition to see who could achieve that triple S ranking.
Who got closest? To be honest.
Who got a triple
I think
S?
We all both...
No, you got.
did.
I didn't see a triple S.
I did.
Not for the final score.
Yeah,
but
final
we
score.
did.
There was
Oh,
part-
yeah,
it was
yeah,
one
You
of
got
the
a double
parts of the final
S. You
score.
got a double S.
Alright. So on the
But-
gameplay, I'm like split in the middle. The fighting was pretty cool. Getting the rank was so much fun. It actually keeps you want to fighting because you want to get past the triple S, whatever. But the movement and the jumping sequences were shit, dude. The guy, his jump was so like unproportionate and weird because when he'd jump, he'd go vertically so high, but only move only a little bit forward, and it got me off. Oh, I just couldn't get used to it.
Yeah.
So no, like I ate shit so many times with those jumping sequences. So yeah, I didn't like that too much.
I think the way they did the combos, fighting system, I have to agree with the twins, was phenomenal.
Yeah, the fighting
It's-
system was
It's
amazing.
fun. And I don't like those hack and slash games, but I had a lot of fun trying to switch weapons. Because like you get like frost weapons, the blue weapon, what do you call it?
There was
Angelic.
angelic, and then there was demon ones.
Demons,
which was
but
kinda
angelic
cool.
ones, like only certain enemies can be killed by them. Those more like faster, widespread. Then you have this fire, demonic ones was like massive damage, but like
Slow.
and it was just fun to try to combine them. You have to like fight like an enemy that can only be. It was really fun fighting. But when it comes to actual like running around and stuff, that was pretty like weird too, in my opinion. I don't like the running and flying.
Yeah,
it
it
was the
wasn't
best.
as nice. I mean, yeah, it just wasn't as good as the other ones were.
Yeah. I mean, it was decent. Like it's a fun game to play for the fighting aspect.
Yes.
definitely.
Yes. Another cool thing about the gameplay is I don't know if this is part of gameplay, but like this is another one of those games which I recommend. You can like level up everything in your character for
Everything's upgradable. It's
Yes.
awesome.
Which is awesome, and then like it has this training mode, which was like if you put gameplay, you like pause and go like training mode, you can like learn how to do a punch.
How to use super combos
Yeah.
and everything like that.
I would consider that part of which is really cool. Like it really it's really simple to learn how to do all the cool stuff in
Yeah.
fighting. So that part of gameplay was pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, and also they had like a bunch of different difficulty modes and make like,
Yeah.
if you really have no life and you really would do some no lifing on this game, you totally can.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy, like impossible difficulties too once you get towards the bottom.
What about visual? How's the game look visually appealing to you guys? Did you guys
The
like, get a
graphics-
visual?
The graphics were interesting. I wouldn't say they were amazing.
They weren't amazing, but it was unique with what they did with the
Yeah,
map. They like
yeah.
completely destroyed and distorted the map.
The way
It
when you
was
went into
cool and
limbo and
crazy.
stuff, and the whole environment just changed. Like there were some really cool looking maps,
Drastic
and there's
changes.
a few ones where like it would be totally flipped upside down, which was pretty.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm impressed is the fact that how much a map can change and so much can move and the game still runs smoothly. That may be why the graphics aren't amazing, but they did a good job on that.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, one of the coolest missions, or at least like visually looking levels, was there was a scene where you go into a club to do a fight, and like just the way the music went, and then there was like sound waves in the background, and the way the map changed was just really really cool.
It was like one of my Mario Kart.
Yeah,
one of those
crazy
crazy maps.
to look at. Not necessarily play that level, but it's very cool to look at.
I play that level.
It's even fun to sit there and just watch the game, like when someone's in a huge intense fight and they're just hordes of demons and everything. It is fun to watch other people do it. But then going to the story.
Well, yes, I gotta agree with them. The graphics weren't anything great. You know what I mean? It was pretty basic when it comes to graphics.
But they were very inventive with the maps. Though.
Yeah,
the maps were super creative.
But, yes, what they did was definitely.
The only thing I didn't like was they kept repeating jumping sequences. Like, all right, like 2-3 game was great, but if you gotta do it every freaking mission, like what the fudge? I get it. Fight.
He sucks at jumping sequences.
Fight. You gotta jump so much. Like, no, just stop it.
They weren't honestly that hard. It was just weird.
Yeah.
They weren't hard. It was just.
I feel like the sequence of the jumping buttons could have been way easier because you have to press X, then you have to go to the angelic weapon mode, and then you have to press X again. You kind of get confused and stuff. Yeah.
Cutscenes were also the whole story. Anything that has to do with the story of the game was bad, in my opinion. But everything else was good.
You had very, very cheesy catchphrases.
Oh my god, it's like Schwarzenegger, dude.
They do make you laugh, but it's like you could have came up with something a little better there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, actually, no. The first cutscene was pretty damn good. He's like getting dressed.
through the trailer,
that was
he's
awesome.
replacing his
rated XXX.
It's Austin Powers.
Yeah, like the beginning of Austin Powers.
But I mean, anything you guys really liked about the game, or didn't really like about the game? No, or no?
I liked the having the different weapons. Like that was cool. The wide selection of weapons.
They were very easy to switch to too, because
Yeah,
you're just using directional
exactly.
pads to switch between your angelic weapons through your demon weapons and through your guns, which was really
I think
nice.
that's what made the combos so nice to do, because while you're fighting, you can literally switch on the fly. So like, you hit, and next hit's already another weapon. So it really helps. Like it's just really nice. It just makes like a huge strand of combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything, Steven? I have nothing to say about this game. It was just, it's one of those games.
Now, the one thing that, the whole Devil May Cry series was known for, I didn't like how they waited till like halfway through the game to then give it to you. The whole time you're playing, you're like, when am I going to do with the devil mode? Because in the originals, that was the most BA thing ever, because your attack power increases, everything like that.
Cool.
Your whole appearance changes. In this one, when you activated it, I felt it was too short. It was so stupid how all the enemies just went flying in the air, and then you had to either pull them down or you had to try to jump up there. If you were really low on health, all you want to do was just slash on the ground and everyone's up in the air, so you're not even dealing damage the entire time. Like, that was completely retarded.
Yeah, it's definitely dumb.
The appearance, to make him look how he appeared in the original ones, I thought that was kind of retarded. Like, give him the red jacket and white hair. He could have just done that in the beginning,
There he goes, never in hell.
Not in a million years.
Yeah.
Not a million years. They made a little joke about, the original hairstyle, which...
Yeah. I mean, I think demonic mode was just totally screwed up. They should have, if they would have had the guys flying in there, they should have made it longer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But instead, they made it fly and they made it shorter. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, that was something I didn't like at all.
Yeah. So since we already started doing dislikes, I'm gonna continue with the dislikes of the game. Health. Health was hard, in my opinion, was hard to get a hold of. In the first one, or in the originals, when you killed enemies, you got health orbs, like, much more often. In this one, you would have to find the sacks on the wall, break them open, and there was maybe, during like a huge fighting sequence, there was 2 sacks, which each hold like maybe 2 orbs. So you barely got any health.
Yeah, I mean, very rarely would one of the enemies drop health orbs, so that kind of sucked. And one thing I liked was that if, let's say you want to get an upgrade and you can't beat a boss, you can just go back in missions and playing them, and you'll still collect the stuff to upgrade, and you get upgrades. But one thing I didn't like was it's so expensive that sometimes you'd have to do that.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. They
kinda
make
gay.
it went from being like 1,500 just up to 5,000. It was
It's like,
ridiculous,
what the
the jumps they
fudge?
did.
But it's fine. It keeps it going, I guess.
Yeah.
Now,
No, that's not fun. I don't like that.
another aspect they kept in the game was the secret rooms and stuff, which was pretty cool, but I didn't like how you had to get keys. In the original ones, all you'd have to do is find the special area, walk through the door, and you were in it. In this one, you had to try and get keys, which were hidden. Then you had to find the hidden spots,
Oh
which
my
were
God.
doors and stuff. It was just overly complicated. And then they had a couple of them in the originals. There was legitimately 99 different levels of it. In this, there was like maybe 30. And they weren't even that fun to do.
99 days.
Yeah, there was like because it was like a tower theme. You know,
Okay.
like doing Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I just kind of wish the secret rooms gave you some kind of special thing for doing it. You just kind of do it just to beat the time. That's all it was from what I've seen. You beat a secret room, you like you have to fly as fast as you can, and that's it. Just set records. It wasn't really like, oh, I beat it, I get something special. No.
Well, didn't you get health shards still in this one? Or points?
Oh yeah, shit, I did.
Like that's how you got health, but in the original ones you could collect fragments throughout the map, which was really nice to increase your devil trigger, to increase your health, stuff like that. Like that was really nice and easy. It's just they were kind of hidden because, you know, Capcom's always been known for having it where you have to try and, you don't have complete control over your camera. So it's like, oh, if I actually would have walked to what I thought was a dead end, I would have got it. Or jumped up in a room where you can't see the ceiling, boom, there'd be something there.
Yeah.
And that's Capcom. Alright, well, I mean, if you guys have anything more to say, please say it now. Forever hold your peace, bud, for this game review.
It's nice they also kept in some of the concept art. You know, I always liked that. In the originals, they had that too, where you could see some of the developing designs they had for enemies and what they originally then were gonna look like. I like that kind of stuff.
One thing I didn't like was there's like enemies in there that are like so quick they can dodge some of your moves. It's like, what the hell? Like how pretty much
the two enemies that we couldn't figure out necessarily how to break their guard. It was kind of
like those little ninjas with the swords, and I forget there was like, and some of them could just dodge or like just randomly dodge or move. I mean, I kind of get it makes them harder to fight, but when it's one-on-one, the only thing it does is just like delays the fight sequence to make it a lot longer than it needs to be. Alright, so I'm going to give this game a 4 out of 10 because, I mean, the fighting was great and this is a fighting game, so that's what it's all about. But without the good fighting, this game would be complete utter trash. So, yeah.
I'm also going to have to give this game a 4 out of 10. The way they took the story, I hated it. They took something that was nice and they just kind of threw dirt all over it. I didn't like that. But the gameplay was so nice. The mechanics of the weapons and stuff, that's what I liked a whole bunch.
I don't jump on the bandwagon, but probably gonna go with the 4 too. I'd give it a 5, like, but it just wasn't anything like I enjoy. The fight, like we're gonna keep saying over and over. The fighting is nice. That's what keeps it going. It's fun. It's fluent. But other than that, it's like the jumping sequences and a lot of that other stuff just takes up too much time, or it gets really annoying. You keep dying, like you keep falling off the map. It's just, I don't know. It could have been done a lot better, and like Brad was saying, I like the originals a lot more. They just, I don't know. They kind of just played better.
Well, for me I gotta give this game a 5. I can't give it a 4 because what the game was meant to do did good, the fight sequence, and I kind of expected a shitty storyline right off the bat, just looking at the cover of the game. But it is average, you know what I mean? It's definitely not one of those pick them up, want to play games. It's just, if you want to hack and slash, I would say get this one if you want to hack and slash and do cool combos. But I don't think it was anything above average, you know what I mean? It was mediocre storyline, everything was mediocre about the combat. So the average score would be a 4 out of 10, which is
right below average.
Yeah, it's a couple games down that we have on the list, so don't feel too bad. 5 is average, is below. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let us know if you think we're honest or not.
Let us know if you actually beat that hard difficulty, man. If you can beat the last one, holy balls. You deserve something. Good guy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, see you for next review. Yeah, haters gonna hate.
Yeah, some kids.
They're gonna love me now.
Don't appreciate.
Thank you.
All the kids hate.
Score.
No. Yeah, okay. Any legit hardcore fan is gonna be like, you gave it too much.